Welcome or welcome back to the channel. You know, it's not always true what they say, that absence makes the heart grow fonder. For instance, my absence from South America and my experiences there just make me happier. However, it's true about this place, the very special place called Saigon. I haven't been here in 3 months since I've been in Cambodia and the States, and my absence from Saigon did make my heart grow fonder. I forgot just how special this place is. So I'm standing on the rooftop of the Renaissance Riverside Hotel. We're on the 21st floor, and what we're looking at is the riverfront of the Saigon River. In the distance there, that very tall building is the Landmark 81, and I did a video where I stayed on the 62nd floor of that building, so I'm on the 20th floor now. It's 3 times as high. There are 82 floors to that building, and that has some pretty majestic views looking back this way. In this video, I want to talk about and show you what a homestay is. I was confused by the word when I first heard it. It's basically what you might expect from an Airbnb experience, meaning that it's a domesticated hotel room, let's say. You can expect a kitchen with a rice cooker, a stovetop, some plates and glasses, that kind of thing. Usually exactly that, as well as like a cutting board and a knife. No matter who owns the homestay, no matter what city I've been in, they all pretty much have those standardized items. This particular homestay that I booked for the next 2 nights is in the backpacker district over near Bui Vien. I'm gonna head over there shortly, and I will see you when I check in. One last stop before we go. I'm at my room at the Sheraton, Sheraton Saigon Opera House, and wanted to show you a couple things. This is my traveling workstation, and if you're going to do the digital nomad work thing, get ready for a lot of, depending on your work setup. Some people can work from a coffee house, but editing video, it really helps to have a second monitor, so I gotta drag this thing around with me, and constantly packing and unpacking. But what I wanted to show you before we get over to the homestay, is another view of Saigon. And what we're looking at down here is Wenway Walking Street and the Bitexco building, a very famous piece of architecture here in Saigon. Another reason I really love this city, just the architecture and the views. And I'm going to throw up a picture from the 23rd floor here last night. There was like an EDM concert down on Wenway Walking Street. It's like someone called every building owner and told them to turn the lights on because the city was having a collective party. Okay, now we're going. See you over there. Okay, we are now on the main road here, about to enter the alley to Ecomo Home, which is the name of the homestay that I rented. And one of the most charming things about Saigon are these tiny alleyways. And this one is fairly idyllic where this homestay is located. It's so narrow that the Grab driver could not drop us off at the door. So we had to make our way with the luggage down this alleyway and into the labyrinth that is Saigon. What's up, buddy? Cool little barbershop here. Some nice little restaurants. It's a very touristy neighborhood. So not surprised that most of the places here are fairly well kept. I'd imagine the rent and the real estate is pretty sky high. In fact, I know of a Korean guy that opened a spa, like a massage parlor, over off of Vivienne Street, and I know it's a fairly big building, 4 stories high. The rent was $30,000 a month. So even though we are in a developing country, this particular version of Vietnam can get pretty expensive. And here's the place, Ecomo Home, this building here. This is an exercise, this building is an exercise in maximizing the use of space, and you'll see what I mean when we go in. Let's see. Oh, I gotta use my key. Hang on. There we go. Whoa. Oh. Almost fell on the stairs. Hello.
Oh, hi.
Bang Quay home.
Khỏe. Good to be with me, man.
Yeah. I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Bang Quay come. That means how are you?
Yeah, that's
And Quay, that's what Quay means. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm liking your space. You've maximized the use of every little corner.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Thank you.
Okay, so even though I'm on the first floor, and I definitely don't need to take the elevator, I'm going to take the elevator just to show you how Vietnamese it is. You'll see what I mean in a second. I would call this place like an apartment building version of the tiny home. Yeah, everything is, they didn't leave one corner unused. Yeah, here's what I mean about the elevator being very Vietnamese. As you can see how tight the space is. Okay, open. Yeah, so check the place out. As I mentioned, every little corner is used for some purpose or another. And look at the kitchen. Everything you need in a kitchen, just scaled down to Vietnamese size, I would say. In a homestay, these are the standard elements that I was saying you can expect. You'll always find a fridge. Sometimes it's a little smaller than this. You'll always find some kind of electric stove, electric burner. Usually a rice cooker. This one has, what is this? Computer rice cooker. So this one's got kind of a fancy one. I think you can pressure cook things in. Always a couple plates and a couple bowls and some chopsticks, a cutting board, and a knife. And the ubiquitous hot water heater here in Southeast Asia. This is a luxury. Paper towels. You don't see a lot of paper towels in Southeast Asia. A very tiny table. So I didn't expect the place to be this tiny. So I think what I'm going to have to do in order to work here is clear off the kitchen counter and set up my computer and my monitor there. But the Wi-Fi is pretty strong. Everything's super clean. Your typical Southeast Asian wet room, meaning everything is tile, and when you shower, it just sort of the whole bathroom is the shower. Also, a luxury, I'd like to point out that there's hot and cold. You wouldn't always expect that from a homestay or an apartment in Vietnam or anywhere in Southeast Asia. What you should expect is usually the electric hot water heater on the wall. But what that means that there's hot and cold at the ready in the shower is that there will also be hot water coming out of the sink, which which is nice because kind of hard to wash dishes in cold water, but that's what they do here. So that's it. That's your, well, I wouldn't call it a typical homestay. I'd call it the tiny house version of a homestay. I hope the video was informative. I'll be spending a few more days here in Saigon. I'll be going to the Benton market, and we'll probably do another video about the luxury copy watches. And then headed to Bung Tau, Saigon's seaside city, for the next couple of weeks to do some work. So expect some videos from there. I will see you in the next one.